You are listening to Deconstruction Podcast, presented by the Architectural Authority magazine.
Either you're doing fashion or architecture, you're designing for one, and you need to address their needs, what they want, how they're going to live. So this is, from in my career, in all my projects, this is the number one thing, is understanding who is your client. It's not just about beauty. It's what I say. It's beauty with a purpose.
Exactly.
You need to do
Love it.
Design a project that is not only beautiful, but who address everybody their needs. Have a purpose on that.
Correct.
And have a good flow, a good floor plan. And this is the process of a project, right?
This episode is brought to you by WAD Design's Custom Woodwork. From design and build to installation, WAD Designs handles every detail in-house, ensuring a seamless, high-quality experience. WAD Designs, designed with heart, built with purpose.
This is Deconstruction, a space where we explore the ideas, trends, and stories shaping the world of architecture, design, and construction. I'm Adriana Castro, builder and trained architect. And the mission of this podcast is to examine the systems that shape the built environment and to open the conversation towards a more conscious, integrated, and human-centered ways of design and build. Today, I'm joined by Tatiana Moreira, architect and founder of StyleHaus Design. Trained at FIU and shaped by her experience at world-renowned firms like Arquitectonica and RTKL, along with studies in Florence and New York, Tatiana brings an artistic and highly refined sensibility to every project she touches. Her philosophy is simple and powerful. Every project is a new beginning. And her business approach reflects that merging design, lifestyle, and real estate strategy through her signature, design to sell concept, is perfect. So welcome, Tatiana. How are you?
Well, thank you. I'm very good. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for the invitation, Adriana.
I'm glad.
Happy to be part of the construction.
Yeah, I love it. I was telling you behind the scenes that when I met you, I clearly felt that passion that you have for your profession. I said, I had to interview Tatiana. So we are here. I want you to tell us a little bit of the story of how you fall in love with architecture, like that part of you. When, how do you knew that this was your
my calling?
Yeah, your calling.
Well, that was very natural, actually. I grew up. I'm Brazilian. I came to live here. I was 17 or 18 years old.
Wow.
And I grew up in a family that comes from fashion. My family had a fashion industry. So I always were around the fashion environment, the creativity and creative people.
Wow.
And part of the fashion shows and all that. Actually, at some point, I thought would probably be a fashion designer, and it was very natural to follow a path of creative. And I always pay attention and had always pay attention on how to create things for the human being. And I think fashion and architecture, they go very well together. It's basically the same thing we created for one, and was very natural. I had this, I'm very entrepreneurial, which I inherited this from my parents because they had their own business and all. So when come here, I went to university here.
FIU,
I went to FIU, so it was very natural to choose architecture.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick something that you just said that I loved as and we create for the human being.
Yes,
and that's true. Now I'm so drawn to talk to people that is designing to make spaces that make people feel better, that improve their way of living, because the majority, I will say, the industry is being focused on production efficiency, the cost of a square feet, and then we're gonna talk about that. But if the people that is living the spaces are not comfortable, the space do not talk to them.
So you're forgetting why you're designing,
exactly,
and to who you're designing. So this is the most important. And either you're doing fashion or architecture, you're designing for one, and you need to address their needs, what they want, how they're gonna live. So this is from in my career in all my projects. This is the number one thing is understanding who is your client, what do
Mm-hmm.
they want, how they gonna live,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the first step of the process. It's a very intuitive process because you need to feel it. You need to start, you become a part of that person's life in order to
Exactly.
deliver a good
Mm-hmm.
project where they're
Mm-hmm.
going to be happy, because
Mm-hmm.
otherwise you do mass production like you just said.
Correct.
and
Correct.
and and, and because a good design, a real design,
Mm-hmm.
is not one fits all,
Exactly.
right? It's a customized process.
Mm-hmm.
And you need, like I just said, you need to understand the process and the living of that person, of that family, or whoever's going to inhabit in that space.
Exactly.
So if you don't do that, you fail.
Exactly. So tell me a little bit of how is the Tatiana or Style House process? How is that, that the way, the Tatiana way?
I just described the first step of Tatiana way. So when I before, like I said, since very young, I always worked with my parents
Mm-hmm.
in the stores. Even when I'm in school here, I was always trying to find things and creating things.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend who says excess of creativity, because
Excess,
I
excess of
always want to
creativity.
be creating or doing something new, or launch a new line, or doing this. And going through architecture school, I did learn the very base, but a lot of the architecture and designing is a feeling. And
Mm-hmm.
I do believe, I'm sorry, but I do believe you either born with this or not. You, of course, you can learn as you go, but if you have that naturally, it's something that is going to help you in the process
It's
all
a
the way. And
sensibility.
it's a sensibility,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. But you need to know the technologies. You need to
Mm-hmm.
know to be an architect, and to be a good one,
Mm-hmm.
and to be a designer, interior designer. Today I specialize in interior architecture, interior
Mm-hmm.
design. You need to understand how things are actually built, the
Exactly.
details. You need to
Mm-hmm.
invest your time in doing
Mm-hmm.
that. It's not just about beauty. It's what I say. It's beauty
Exactly.
with a purpose. You need
Exactly.
to do
Love it.
design a project that is not only beautiful, but who address everybody their needs. To have a
Exactly.
purpose on that,
Correct.
and have a good flow, a good
Mm-hmm.
floor plan,
Mm-hmm.
and this is the process of a project, right?
Mm-hmm.
So by learning, going to school, after school, I worked for very good companies, big companies, where I
Mm-hmm.
had different type of experiences
Roles.
and
Uh-huh.
learn. And until I decided, okay, it's time. I'm going to open StyleHaus Design. Was everything very organic as well? Was the need? I'm also a real estate investor. I
Yes.
love
We're gonna
everything.
talk about that. Yes.
Yes, exactly. It's the design and real estate in the house. I always love a house, and
That's your focus.
yeah, yes,
Residential.
residential. Yes, I specialize in residential, but I do commercial, corporate a lot. I love it as well. And there are my spaces, either at home or in the office. So this is
Exactly.
a
Mm-hmm.
no-brainer. Or and then when leaving this company, first I worked for Arquitectonica, which
Mm-hmm.
was high rises, and then I transitioned to interiors when I went to RTKL.
Mm-hmm.
And when I decided to open my company, I said, okay, it's time for me to put my own signature,
Mm-hmm.
and was the boom here in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 13 years. I think I opened the company 2010. 13 years, 2012. Actually, I'm sorry, 2012.
Beautiful.
Yes. And a lot of Brazilians coming. So first, initially, I had a lot of my clientele were Brazilians. Now, not necessarily. It's all
Mm-hmm.
mixed. And we needed people buying houses, and they needed, said, organic is time. And Style House came exactly to address the needs and to create beautiful things for my clients.
For, for
E-
residential. Uh-huh.
Exactly. Uh, Initially international, now a lot of locals, but Miami is an international city, so we
Yes.
do have a lot of people who buys their second homes.
Mm-hmm.
But today I do their primary homes, second homes, third homes.
Yeah.
We have clients, repeated clients, where we are already doing like their fifth or sixth houses.
That's
So in the process is that it's understanding the client
mm-hmm.
first.
meeting them, understanding their needs, what they want, because it's not the same as your first home, your fifth home. It's different. You have the opportunity to be creative, the opportunity to evolve in your relationship with the client,
Yeah.
because it's not the same client at the beginning when they give you the first project, and then at the end they give you more liberty. They give you more
Oh,
space to
yes,
create and
definitely. I mean, every project, it's a brand new beginning. That's what
exactly.
I say all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reset. Let's reset because
Mm-hmm.
nobody lives the same way.
No
Different clients, different expectations, different lifestyles,
cultures. Uh-huh.
routines, family structure. Everything changes,
Mm-hmm.
and so like I said many times already. We first meet the client,
Mm-hmm.
understand their needs, what do they want, their vision. A lot of my clients became
Friends.
friends.
Uh-huh.
We actually go to their houses, to their parties, their birthdays, because you get to know them so well. You
Exactly.
inside their house,
Mm-hmm.
the very little details.
Yes.
And once you understand that, you start the design process, the schematics, and do the initial layout,
Mm-hmm.
drafts, and then start presentation, selecting materials,
Mm-hmm.
finishes until present, and we go out and select things together,
Mm-hmm.
and then we go to the phase of getting actually executed, right?
Built
Yeah,
exactly.
built, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I do the project management, and that's
Excellent.
one of the things that I'm really good at it. I
You
think
walk with them from the beginning to the execution.
exactly from
Awesome.
concept of the project
Mm-hmm.
until installation. That's what
You
I do, and the project management, the design part is beautiful. I
mm-hmm.
always say design is only 20% of
Totally, because
my day to day. The design part, the artistic part, comes in the 20% part of it.
mm-hmm.
After that, it's all about coordination. It's all
Exactly.
about, actually, before coordination, it's by selling your idea. You need to be a
Exactly.
good
Uh-huh.
salesperson.
Totally.
You need to be able to sell what you design.
Mm-hmm.
You need to make sure he's going to buy it.
Exactly.
First thing he needs to buy is your idea. Why are you proposing this? What is good? Why this is good for them?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Right? So after
A
that
little
part
bit of
is gone,
psychology.
yeah. So after that, the execution, I'd say, is 50% of it. How it's going to get done, how you coordinate so many people. A project
Totally.
gets so many people involved,
Mm-hmm.
30, 40 different companies.
If you have if you have a bad contractor, then the execution is poorly, and then the idea cannot be transformed into a reality.
Yeah. So
Because the objective of your company, I guess, is working with the client from the
the
idea
concept
to
to
the
installation
point that
to
they walk in with
delivery.
their luggage.
Yeah, we do turnkey projects.
Mm-hmm.
What do we say? Turnkey projects. Our clients, by being international in second homes, they come here. They literally, it's a turnkey. We give them the key for your house is ready. Come in. They even have food in the refrigerator.
Ah,
They have all the
beautiful.
beds done, flowers, everything's perfect,
Completely set.
basically to use. So that's one of the
The
services
services.
we do. We do the conception, the design, the execution, and all the accessory, and we say in
Styling.
Portuguese, the
Mm-hmm.
styling of cama, mesa, e banho, which is the bed, the
Mm-hmm.
bathroom, the kitchen,
Everything,
everything.
everything.
Exactly.
Ready to move in.
Ready to
Exactly.
move in. And like you were saying, this is for all the clients. This is the
Mm-hmm.
process for all the clients. And I particularly say I'm good at it, the part of the project management,
Mm-hmm.
where comes my entrepreneur side
Entrepreneur,
of it,
and your strength, your
my
personality.
strength, which is organization. And I definitely inherit this from my dad, and seeing them in
Leading.
I'm proud of this,
Beautiful.
of getting executed what I do it. But when it comes to a repeated client, like you said, second time he's so of course, and my client comes back, meaning I did a good job.
Good job, of
So
course.
when it comes second time, we deliver the same thing. The third time, the fourth time, and yes, they start giving me more space. They trust more, to the
Exactly.
point that I have clients who say, please, I do one presentation, and they say, yeah, it's perfect, just get it done.
Get it done.
Yes, exactly. And it does happen. And of course, the client, which buy their dream home, they want to be more part of the process.
Mhm.
They want
Sensitive.
they want to know everything. They
Mhm.
ask every single detail. They go to the job site pretty much every day, and it can be a longer process.
Mhm.
I understand why they do it,
Of course.
But it's important that the client trusts whoever you hire, the
Mm-hmm.
designer
Mm-hmm.
you hire, the architect you hire. So make sure to do the homework when hiring the person. And when
Exactly.
somebody calls me, who found me, somebody refer. A lot of my clients come from referrals
Referrals.
between
Mm-hmm.
friends and family and all. But some clients saw something in a magazine or
Mm-hmm.
Instagram page, and they call, "Hey, I'm buying a house. I want to get a quote from you to get my project done." And my first question is, have you seen my projects? Have you seen what I do, what I'm
Mm-hmm.
able to deliver it?
Exactly.
Yes, I seen it. I
Perfect.
love it. I want something like that. So great, because then I
Awesome.
know we're gonna go along. Because it's not that I cannot do different styles,
Mm-hmm.
but I do also have my own
Yeah.
styles, which
Your
which which
identity, your
yeah, my
signature.
signature, which of course I adjust for my clients' needs and for their taste and all. But I'm not able to. Well, I'm not able. I'm definitely will, but it's not going to come naturally to design something totally different
Of what
from
you're
what I
exact.
already design and that I
Yes.
like doing. Probably I
Exactly.
will do it, and I will do it well, but it'll be a little bit painful because it's not what I want, what I like. But this is how I think. There's different types of designers around the world. I want to stick to my signature, where I I I've been so many places in the world and seen different type of styles of designing. I already
What would you say is your signature? Like, explain us a little
that's
bit.
what I was
Uh-huh.
gonna say. I like very clean modern lines. I have a big influence. I'm Brazilian. We proud to be Brazilian. Brazilians are very good design wise. They're
Yes.
very hard
Mm-hmm.
work people. They have good taste. But major of my influence come from Italians, which I believe they are the masters.
Oh,
There's
don't say it.
yes, Italian design, because they are the pioneers. They've been doing this and they do with their
Forever.
heart. And they achieve
Craftsmanship,
craftsmanship and
quality,
technology,
details,
and they
everything.
know they can fix a very small spaces in very simple way. And I've been learning from them more and more the more I can. I always in Italy. I always it's been over 12 years that I go to Salone e Mobile, which is
Wow, yeah.
the biggest fair of our industry,
End of
where
the
you
year.
learn, where you get everything that is coming out that you want to, and I go there every year since I opened my company.
Exactly.
I did live in Italy twice. I spent a month while I was in school in Firenze a while back. And recently I went to Italy. It was a mix of did a course, a master's in
Mm-hmm.
slash a sabbatical. I spent a year in Milan, which is
Delicious.
it's all about design. So
Uh-huh.
what you don't learn is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about food.
Design is around
Design.
you.
No,
Everything is design.
everything is design. The food that you eat, the street we walk, it's amazing.
I love that about you, about
Yes,
the combination of foodie and
I'm a super
design,
foodie.
and
Yeah,
because it's I
but it's an art.
yes.
I think it's all integrated. Trust me,
Mm-hmm.
I love to cook.
Totally. Uh-huh.
I love to cook. And when you cook with your heart, okay, I don't cook every day, it's different. But when you're there and you cook for your friends for together, it's so nice. And I wanted to learn from the best. So I went to Italy to learn, right? That's what we do. And so going back, so it's all integrated. It's an art.
It's an
Cooking is
expression of creativity.
yes.
Yes.
Cooking is an art. Design is architecture, fashion, and over there
Yes.
it's a reunion of all.
Mm-hmm.
It's fashion design is there, architecture design, interior
All of
design,
it. All of
the
it.
gastronomy, and is there. So of course there's many other places in the world,
Ju-
but that's where I get more my inspiration most.
Exactly. You get inspired by everything, by walking
Everything.
on the street, by looking at the windows of the shops, and
Subs-
by
yes.
sitting in a restaurant and seeing the
Yeah.
arrangement, the colors, everything. Because the difference between, I think, Milan and Rome is completely
It's totally
different. Totally
different.
different.
But
Milan, you
yeah,
see,
yeah,
the level of detail in everything, and they are
everything.
so proud. One of
Yes,
the things about the people in Italy is that they are so proud of what they do. It doesn't matter if it takes
that's
3 years
true.
to be built.
Yes,
It's
as long
about
as done
it's about
the right way. Yeah.
the
Mhm.
right way. So in that part of design, I think it's being lost in the US, because
Yes.
we want efficiency, we want practicity, we want fast timing because we need to sell, and they get lost in
Yes,
that.
that's the thing. because of the speed of life, everything is so fast and going,
Perform
nowadays.
fast.
So they compromising sometimes
Quality.
a little bit of quality because they think they can, no, I can do this the same way faster, and it's not true.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Of course, some things can be done. When you do the same thing over and over again, you master that better.
Yes.
You can probably do it faster than
Mm-hmm.
somebody who just started. But the thing about design, it needs to have their whole process.
Yes.
You understand, of the creativity,
Mhm.
of the development, of designing, of getting the right materials, the right colors, the right professionals. Because you mentioned something
Yeah.
about that.
The life cycle of the project involves
Exactly.
many people.
Many people, and you want to make sure you get around and have part of your design team of the people who does the work with you, just very good and reliable
Mhm.
professionals that share the same vision with you.
That's
Otherwise,
key.
it's not gonna go well.
Exactly, that's key because if you don't share the vision with the whole team, the
Exactly.
result is not going to be what you projected.
Yes.
It's that is key. And the actually the timing is just a result because
Yes.
it takes time to produce something with care.
Yes.
You know? So
It takes time. The designer, the master, which
Mhm.
is the one who's there, putting everything together,
Mhm.
doing the management, putting all the team together. It takes a lot of time to actually get this done
Mhm.
and to be able to communicate the vision to everyone all together, to put them together.
Mhm.
I in many cases, I put them together, but I lead with a vision. Here's
Exactly.
my vision.
Mhm.
Vision. I'm leading you guys. Everyone, you need to do your part, and you come first. The second, you come back. You go. So it's the management of a
Exactly.
project.
That's
But we need to work together and make sure we in the same mood and looking to
Yeah.
get the same outcome out of that project to the end.
Yeah.
Listen, we starting this together. This is the timeline that my vision is for the project is that the timeline we have. Are you able to do it? Are you want to be part of this team?
Mhm. Mhm.
This is how it goes.
Exactly. So in Tatiana's world, do you have companies that you use to bring that Italy design to hear that quality? So do you have, if you want to do any reference of the people that that work with you, your collaborators, because it's important in order to achieve that vision, you need to have the perfect team. So that
Yes.
perfect team. So sometimes me being a contractor, I have different architects that use me, and then we have different vendors. The millwork company. So do you work with people from Italy? Do you work with people locally? So how is that part of your
Okay,
process?
so
Who's your team?
yes. So part of my team, let's say my partners
Mm-hmm.
that build a project with me,
Mm-hmm.
I have different types of vendors
Mm-hmm.
to different types of projects.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so I throughout my career, I built a relationship with those companies,
Uh-huh.
right? And yes, there's companies that I repeatedly that I work with them repeatedly,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
More than one. So we work it out. I give a little
Your team,
project, then a bigger project, and we see someone is
Mhm.
reliable. I tend to work with. I'm very loyal to the people who are loyal to me,
Exactly.
who I see that they are there
Prefer your
honor.
projects.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
not only that they honor what they say, that
They deliver on time. They have quality.
exactly. So all the things that are important to
Mm-hmm.
me, that no, because every project also has problems. There's nothing that comes 100% perfect. Everything is part of the process of a construction, part of
It's
the
made by
process of a
humans.
project.
We are not perfect. Exactly.
Exactly. We are humans, and no matter how much effort we put it to make it the best and foreseeing that's when I say I'm proud of my process, is because I try to foresee the any issues we might have before it happens, so we can
Mhm.
actually
That's experience.
exactly through the experience. So I do a list of things even before it happen, and try to not make it happen. And when it happens, the partner that you're working with, the company you're working with, makes a difference.
Totally.
So that's where
Mhm.
who you want to see, if they're going to be there for you.
Mhm.
They're going to see, that's right, this was not done, and we're going to redo it, we're going to order.
Mhm.
Because again, it's the attitude of they're going to say no and disappear, or they're going to put it. So yes, I do have those partners
Yes.
that I work with. A lot of Italian companies I work, but Brazilians and all other nationalities, as long as and I see that was good and I
perform.
come back, perform. Some of them I see, no, this is no longer be part of my team.
Exactly,
And
because they didn't.
just have one time
Mhm.
chance. That's how it is.
Exactly.
No, it's true. Because and nowadays it's worst.
It's very
Nowadays,
competitive. It's very
very
competitive.
competitive. After COVID, nobody has time. Everybody wants to do their project. Also, Miami, it's a very difficult market because we have a lot of international people who came. They are not really super well crafted, and they sell things they are not. So you need to be very careful who you
Mhm.
hire.
Yes.
Do your homework to see if they are a reliable company. So some of the companies now talking about Italian company, I work with so many, but I work a lot with Anima Domus.
Mhm.
They are very reliable company. I love. It's a family company. They carry many lines, and I use them all the time.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I use.
They are one of our sponsors.
Oh, they are.
Yes.
Yes, I love Marconi and Victor. We've been working together for many years. Also, I work with Minotti,
Beautiful.
Polyform, Luminaire, all big companies. All
Mhm.
big companies that I say that is going to have a background. If I
Mhm.
need them, there is
Yeah.
strong company behind
Yeah.
the name.
For me in this industry, because I've been a design builder, one of the things that I really want people that is listening to us understand is that without the perfect provider, vendor, fabricator, contractor, etc., the vision cannot become a reality.
Yes.
You can have the perfect
The
vision,
the
and they
perfect
can
drawing, the perfect everything, and if you deliver to somebody who doesn't know how to build, it's gonna mess up.
exactly.
So that's why I think it's important for me to be there in the construction part of it. To
Correct.
make it.
Mhm.
I have never done a project in Brazil. It's very common. The architects they
Deliver the plans
design
and
and
then
they
they leave.
deliver the plans for the clients and they get it done. So I rather not do that, because then they're gonna say this was Tatiana's project, but it's
You
poorly
cannot
executed.
control the
So
quality
yes,
exactly at
exactly,
the end.
in the end. So I also work a lot of Florence, which is Brazilian, Ornari,
Florence, I love
which
it.
is
Mhm.
Brazilian. A lot of good companies, but also Mexican, Venezuelan.
It depends
Depends,
of the
yeah.
budget also too, because
Also
depending.
another thing, because Italians tend to be a little bit more expensive because it's come from there. So a lot depends of
The budget,
the
yeah.
budget. But we buy from national companies like Restoration Hardware,
Mhm.
smaller project we do
You
with
adapt.
Elm accessory. Yeah,
Mhm.
that you don't want to buy everything a brand, and a lot of things is custom made, me work.
Mhm.
So I designed the things so to get a build that it fits better in that space.
Exactly, depending of
Exactly.
the client and the needs, as we were telling. I want you to tell us a little bit about how you integrate your real estate investment capabilities with your work. I like that part because it's not common to see a designer, an architect that has all of that, because the final objective is different.
Yes.
You can provide something more like ready to sell.
Like I said, so this is, I think, first of all, real estate and architecture and design goes hand in hand.
Totally.
So I design a house. I design interiors of a condo. So the condo needed to exist. The house needs to exist. So the real estate is right there, the construction all. So I said, I have a very strong business side of it, the entrepreneurial that I said, because I come from business family. So I always were looking when designing, when I work. Actually, everything started back when I worked in Arquitectonica. Arquitectonica, I worked right after school. I was there for some years, and we are building those high rise buildings here,
Mhm.
right? And as we go through the process, sometimes we stay a year in a project
More. Wow.
and then we
Sí.
go different projects. So we have the meetings and then we start selling, thinking how we going to sell this item. This is not, we need to change it because the
market
developer
is not ready.
yeah, it's not that, or the developer is saying we need to change this. So we always in the real estate adjusting for the real estate, for the market, for the clients.
Mhm.
In this and said, listen, this is the business part of it.
Exactly.
So right there, I took the real estate license. I have my real estate license for over 13 years now.
Mhm.
Even before I opened my own company, like I said, I was
Yeah.
working for them.
The
And
whole vision.
our vision. And of course, I wanted, I'm going to work. I design a house. I want to buy my own house one day.
Exactly.
Right. And as we go, the process go, the market got very heated here. We have the crash of 2008
Yes.
to 2010.
Mhm.
Exactly. So in 2011, that's when I got my license. I used to get so many calls from people asking, from Brazil. Oh, I see it. It's great to invest there. Where should I buy? What should I buy? Because I already lived here for a while.
Exactly.
People trust my opinion, and I'm like,
And you
here,
were capable.
I
You were
can
an
help
architect.
you.
Exactly.
I can help you. And then I start selling for these clients who automatically say, hey, but I need you to do my
design and my renovation.
project.
Exactly.
I need you to help me with the design. And that's how I opened the company. So like I said, it's all together. And as I did that, I got very interested and I started investing myself. So I bought
Exactly.
my first property, the second property, the third property, and I started doing flipping.
Mhm.
So now I start, of course, when I did the first property, it was very
a learning curve.
Yes, a learning curve. I bought a not very expensive property around the 300,000, and we buy, we renovate, we sell. Opa.
Okay.
This is a good way to
it works.
income.
It works. And we can
I'm in
do
both
it because-
sides. And I'm both sides because I do my own design. I hire my own people and I put it.
Exactly.
And this is something that grows. So I really, it's called the design to sell. So it's
Exactly.
not only for
Love
the
it.
investor, but it's the for the homeowner or for the investor who looking not only for the design and lifestyle, but also to have a return when reselling.
Of course. That's the only way that I think about it, because buying a property without that thought and renovating it without the thought that you are going to resell it in the future,
yeah.
is like,
Unless
for me,
you
it
build
doesn't have
something.
logic.
But
Exactly.
there's two things, Adriana, also. When you design a house that you're going to live, it's different when you design a house that you're already buying with the purpose for reselling.
Exactly.
Two different things.
And I love that, because the purpose of reselling is the majority of the market in Miami. There are second homes here.
Yes, exactly. But when you're buying from yourself and building, you need to splurge a little because you live every day and you take that return on your everyday life. When you wake up in that beautiful place, in that beautiful bathroom, in the beautiful kitchen. So, of course, keep in mind, don't go wild. Because if you think you sell
point,
about what are you going to be there 5 years, 10 years? I'm going to sell in 3. You need to think all those things. But when you're already buying, Tatiana, I'm buying this. I'm just going to live a year and I want to sell it. So it's a different approach.
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah, the investment,
So
everything.
for having this very strong background on the real estate, so I design with a vision that is very important, with a value of the property. How will you bring more value to
Where
that
do you put
property?
the investment? Because if it doesn't improve the price of the property, you might not do it. It's a
Exactly.
decision. So tell us a little bit about that. What are the priorities?
Okay, so to bring, I say, first thing when you say to bring a value for a property, it's not about trends. Don't go about trends because it's about the architecture of the place. It's about the layout of the place. If we have a well layout where you don't spend space out of spaces, where you use all the spaces. It's having a well-designed kitchen, exactly, because kitchen is the heart of any house.
It is.
So if you have a flow inside there, also the bathrooms, kitchen bathrooms are the the first things you want to make sure you have a well-designed and you have good materials. Try to get timeless materials where it's not about trend. It's something that it's good today, but it's also good in 10 years.
Exactly.
You understand? And exactly the flow and having good storage. A house that have a lot of storage, because everybody tends to have a lot of things. even though we're trying more and more living a minimalist life, a more light life, but having good storage
Families have.
in a property increase values.
Mhm.
Integrated lighting is something that brings value to a house.
Beautiful.
Things like that.
Yes, I've heard about the quantity of bathrooms. Like it's
Of
very
course.
important. Light, having a
Yeah,
terrace.
this
Like
is
there.
about that. But property, we increase as the size, of course.
Mhm.
But back in the day, they would have built houses with 4 bedrooms, 1 bath, 3
Exactly.
bathrooms. No,
Only one bathroom.
yes, not anymore. So the more bathrooms you have, if you have 4 bedrooms, ideally minimum 3 bathrooms in the powder room. Things like that. So that's when the first thing I said, having a good layout that you fit everything, and kitchen and bathrooms are very important.
Yeah, and the overall investment needs to make sense economically, because if and I guess you know this better, because when you buy a property, it has a price, and then you invest an X
Yes.
amount into it,
Yes.
and then the price of sales exceeded that. So that play in between,
Yeah,
how
you-
much can you
you
can
need-
you
yeah,
invest?
you need to
So,
do-
and a professional like you, like
exactly. You need to do the homework. How much did you purchase?
Mhm.
How much are
Are you
the
going to
properties
invest?
around being sold?
Exactly.
In the same comparison, you need to
Exactly. You
compare
need to
apples to
compare.
apples. Exactly. But this is in a bad condition. What about if I invest this? What can I increase in that property? Now it's going to be B's. So we compare B's to B's. How much can I sell the property now if I increase?
Mhm.
So like I said, you cannot go wild, but you need to make sure you're doing the proper homework in numbers.
Correct, and that is one of the things that is one value, like invaluable from you. Your background in Italy, like the perfect design, and then
Yes.
all of this. But because what people want when they invest, knowledge.
Yeah,
They need to
yeah,
know.
yeah,
They
yeah.
need to know. They need to know if they
That
are
they're doing a
the
good investment.
exactly, because
And
if
you-
it's gonna look, we know if we hire an architect, it's gonna look nice. But
Nice.
am I doing the right thing?
Yeah, the thing is, you basically put 2 professionals in one. You have a real estate agent who understand
Mhm.
the process, and an architect and designer who understand
And a
the
project
process
manager.
and the construction, right? It's all
Mhm.
together. So it's what I call one-stop shop.
Exactly.
And
totally.
actually, I don't know if you know that, but my sister company, which is actually a company of my brother, we do moving relocations.
Oh.
Yeah, so we do logistics. So my brother owns IMT Logistics. It's a logistics company that is specialized in interior, in cabinetry, in moving, transportation. There is art and cabinetry. So basically, they work with me all the time. So when we buy everything
right
for the
hand,
projects, they do all the logistics, and they serve mainly most of the cabinetry companies here in
Beautiful.
Miami.
I
So
wasn't
when I
aware.
say one-stop shop, yes.
Yeah, I do
You
everything.
buy, we sell, we renovate, we do the project, and we
Yes.
move you.
Yes,
We
I
store all your
love it.
things in the logistics.
I love it. I love it.
do.
You make it easy, because the majority of the clients are capable of renovating these huge mansions and properties
Yes.
here in Miami. They don't want the hazard. They
No,
want
they
somebody,
don't
a
want who take
company,
cares.
or a person that will take care of everything, and they will walk in with their luggage, everything on the
And
bathrooms, like towels, the bedding, everything needs to be done like white glove.
Yeah, it's White Glove. That's what it's called. Actually, his company is called
Exactly.
White Glove Service. But that's exactly what it is, Adrian. I try not to bring any problems to my clients.
Yeah.
Once they hire me, that's why I don't even I don't like so much when the client go to the job site before it's ready. Of course, some of the steps they want to see be part of it all the time,
Yes.
because the everyday life of a project, of a
It's
construction
chaotic.
site, is chaotic.
Mhm.
They don't understand. Oh my God, this thing is here. Because it's not ready. It's not going to be there.
Exactly.
It's not going to be there. You need to understand. Oh, but this is not. I think it's a void here. Of course, there's a void. The items are not there. It's going to be filled.
Exactly.
So they cannot have the vision. So in a lot of the clients, they don't want at all to go at all. They don't care.
They want the
Resolve
result.
it. Resolve it. I only go to them, and when I really need their input. Listen, this is happening. There's two ways to get, and I already bring the solution.
Mhm.
There's two ways to get
Exactly.
it done. Which one you prefer?
That's what a professional
What do
do.
you what would you do, Tatiana? I'll give my opinion. I will do this, but you decide. You
Mhm.
know, I like to. I have. That's why I'm very prepared before the construction starts.
Exactly.
I
Everything
actually
is
do the
selected.
whole, everything selected, everything presented.
Plan project,
Very
everything.
few things get to be selected after, like accessories, like things after, not
Minimal
part of-
changes.
yes,
Uh-huh.
minimal changes. But construction wise, everything is done prior before taking
Of course.
the permits, prior starting. Okay, because there's no reason for them
Otherwise,
to
delay.
to change
Mhm.
in the middle. Unless something that we could not oversee that was coming, and happens, it does happens in projects, and then that's when we get the input for clients.
Only a designer that have worked in construction through the process understands that, because
Yes.
one of the major hazards that I have challenges with my designer partners is that they want to change through the process. And I say
No.
it's most costly that we need to do the pre-construction work perfectly, because otherwise you cannot implement in a flowy way. You cannot
No.
meet your dates. You cannot follow your schedule. You cannot.
So I see you
when
work in construction. When I start a project, everything is already purchased.
It needs to be purchased.
And
Like
no, waiting for
ETAs.
you. So whenever my GC, I need this, we have delivery in 3 days. I
Mhm.
need this. Or sometimes when my GC has their own warehouse, we deliver everything there, and he brings everything. You know,
That's perfect.
so everything is selected. The spec book is done. Drawings
You have
are
a guide,
done.
exactly.
Exactly.
Do you
before.
use any technology like virtual reality or something like that to sell your projects or not?
No, not really. Everything's still made inside. Of course, nowadays I'm not going to say I use AI to questions and answers and stuff. Design wise, no.
Okay, because some of the times people is using now technology like virtual reality to show the everybody on the
3Ds.
team, when you see the project in virtual reality, you walk in and there is minimal.
No, but we do this through 3D. I already.
Okay.
I'm one of the first Brazilians been doing this way before here. So it's been a long time that I show my projects through 3Ds, and we can do the little movies that go inside. This is I've been doing
Yeah,
for a
because
while.
it needs to be seen that way,
No.
because most of the clients they are not capable
No,
of
that
seeing
you
the
see.
vision.
No,
They
yeah.
cannot see the vision, so
All
you
my
need to help them.
presentation is through done 3Ds. It's renderings. We do the whole render of the whole project.
Perfect.
And we change something, we redo, we adjust. Everything is shown to the client through renderings.
Awesome. So I have
Virtual
one
visualization.
question that is now being in the I will say in Miami and in the world, everything is related to well-being, no? So have you had clients making a specific request regarding that? Because as we were talking before I started this conversation, the space that you inhabit have an impact on you.
Yes.
And the impact now is you can determine by data that is, making you sick, is affecting your circadian rhythm because you don't have enough light. The sensibility of the space, the materials are too rough. You don't feel comfortable. The colors are affecting your focus. So there are a lot of things. I will believe new information that we have now that is helping us design in a different way, more focus on the human being. So in your own practice,
wellness.
in the wellness, exactly. What is it? What is wellness for you? And then how you are implementing that into your projects?
Good question. I mean, wellness for me, well, first of all, wellness is no longer a trend. It's a lifestyle,
Exactly.
Adriana.
It is.
It's a lifestyle. Everybody wants to have wellness in their life.
Mhm.
And wellness for me in a project of what I do, it's having a home where it's a calm, that has a good fluid path throughout, that
Mhm.
it's a home where you come and you recharge.
Mhm.
So to be able to deliver,
Achieve
that's
that,
wellness. To
Mhm.
have a very calm and that you achieve through soft colors, most important, a great layout
Mhm.
where you have a flow between
Mhm.
spaces, between the areas of what you do for,
Mhm.
of course, customized to every client. That's wellness. It's to come home and has no visual clutter. So you have storage for everything.
Mhm.
So you have if you work from home, to have the right space to work from home, the
Mhm.
right space to sleep, the right space to sit and eat. to have a
Mhm.
table. So that's wellness, where you have everything in your right place.
Mhm.
And of course, it's the beauty. So you achieve the calm and the beauty with the purpose of delivering the comfort of a house.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I would say, what do you think, to close our beautiful interview?
Yeah.
What would be your message to the newer generations? I think the emerging architects, designers that are coming into Miami, and they do not get our culture, because this is a mix. This is a mix, and we have every kind of projects in here. What would you say to them?
To the new designers, to
To
new architects.
emerging generations, of
Yes,
creative people.
I think, like I said, the speed of life is a much faster. Everyone wants everything tomorrow, and they want to. They graduated. They think they are ready. They want to already start doing things. So no, it takes time.
Slow down.
Slow down. First of all, slow down. Pay attention. Be curious. Ask things. Listen. You know, get to know.
Mhm.
Go out. Travel it. You only
Trouble, exactly.
gonna understand how people live in other things. Where it takes time. Don't be in a rush to get things done. Actually, live, listen, fall, get up, try again.
I love it. I love it.
It's true. And only with that, you're going to get enough knowledge, and you're
Yes.
going to find your vision.
Yes.
You need to have what it's you meant to be doing,
Mhm.
and it takes time. Don't think whatever you do now, even if it's a little thing that you do it well.
Mhm.
You're only going to understand. I tell this to my nephews, which
Mm.
are 20, 21 years old. Um, I say, do you think you do this well? You think this is not important? It is important.
Be
You
proud.
you only gonna understand how this is going to influence your life in the future.
Yes.
Oh my God, I learned that back in the day. I did
Mhm.
things that I never thought I would be important for me
Mhm.
nowadays in my job. You
Yes.
understand? So this is about this. Take the time, and also experience everything, learn everything, but also learn the technical part of it.
Yes.
You need to learn about
No.
construction, about detailing, how
Mhm.
things are built behind. A good designer, a good architect, you understand how to put things together.
Love it.
And
Love
people
it.
don't know that.
Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
know?
It's not in paper.
I used to hire, I hired a lot of girls coming out of the school. I training so many of them. They always, oh my God, I never learned so much. I learned more here than I learned in school. I'm very grateful. And they go to the next step. That's how it is. They
Exactly.
come and they stay a couple of years, and then they go, and they always so grateful. But it's because I tell them, you need to listen, do it again, take the time. Yeah, oh, you do it. I'll do it super fast. No, do it
It's a
right.
process.
Do right the first time. Oh, I'm gonna do this quickly. I'll do it again later. There's no later. If you don't do right the first time, you're not gonna do right. And you're not gonna have time to come back to
Mhm.
that. You
I love
understand?
it.
So this is what people. It's rushing on things, and it shouldn't.
Take your time.
Yeah, take the time, learn the things. So, like I
Do
said,
things
before
with love
do
and
things,
be proud.
you need to be proud of what you do,
Exactly.
and do with honest. Be honest. Do with honesty. Be honest, and by doing, because the trade is very small.
Mhm.
If you say something, do it. If you say something you're not going to do, explain yourself, go behind, because you only have one shot, you one word. If you start, you understand, people need to believe in what you say. So
That's how they.
Tatiana said that, I'm sure she's going to do it.
Mhm.
You say, I said, no,
I
don't
love
do
it.
that. Yes, take notes. I can nowadays it's so much information. I take notes
See.
of everything. I archive everything, and yes. So I know there's the trend of WhatsApp. A lot of things we
Get lost.
quickly
Mhm.
do through WhatsApp, but I always say, I need you send this to email. I need this to be registered. That's
Exactly.
not how it is. Here's the drawing. Here's my signature. Make sure you have track of everything you do and say, because that's very important as well.
I love it. I love it. I love your
Yeah.
strength. I love your
Thank you.
professionalism. I'm very
I
grateful for your
appreciate.
presence here and for all the message and information that you have shared.
No, thank you for the opportunity. It's actually very fun to talk about all this. I love what I do, and it
I
comes
can
very
see
natural.
that.
Yes,
I can see
exactly.
that.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Adriana.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to Deconstruction Podcast. Your 5-star reviews really help us continue what we do. Please rate your listening experience, and let's keep building this beautiful community together. For exclusive access to more design content, visit thearchitecturalauthority.com or download our app from the App Store or Google Play. Until next time, stay creative.